We have two responsibilities for our kiddos in schools, and one of those things is educating them, and the other one is providing for their well-being, and I think that this is going to do both.
The bill is sponsored by Representative Lee Holsey. Supporters say it will potentially help improve student mental health and grades while decreasing bullying. Students could still have devices on school property, but they have to be turned off and stored in a locker, backpack, car, or similar location. There are exceptions to the ban, such as if the use of the device is in line with the student's individualized education program or accommodation plan, if the use is for educational or learning purposes while being supervised by a school employee, or if there is an emergency that threatens the life or safety of the student or another person. Some House members were concerned that regardless of the exceptions, the ban would still impact a student's ability to get help.
Those devices need to be somewhere where those children can call parents or even call 911 and say somebody is shooting in our school or whatever.
All that we're doing is setting that floor for what they have to do, which is turn it off and store it off of their body. But how that gets stored is left up to the local boards of education. We didn't dictate where that had to be for every school.
Under HB 166, school employees must fill out a survey regarding the implementation of their district policy. A provision was removed that punished school districts for non-compliance by reducing funding. The bill also has provisions for internet safety policies as well as required courses for social media safety.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's very clear that, as was just stated, this phone just has to be shut off and not be on their person. In other words, it could be in a backpack or in the locker. Doesn't have to be back home or in the car necessarily. And then, but what if they need to call 911? They'll always find some reason not to go along with this, right?
There is a point where you have to say, fine, then I'm just going to stay in my house and never go outside because anything could be dangerous. But what is greater danger to overall our students is that phone on their person every moment of every day. The students are distracted. The students are continue to, have their mental health deteriorate.
I'm distracted.
There is a correlation between the level of mental health in our teenagers and even now the older elementary students and the rise of the cell phone. There's a correlation. I won't say it's a causation, but there's a correlation between poor mental health and the rise of the cell phone being on these kids. And that's all I have to say about that because I've been talking about it a lot.